Now when Daniel came to know that the writing had been signed, he went to his house. In his upper room he had windows open toward Jerusalem, and 3 times daily he knelt on his knees and prayed and gave thanks before his God, because he had always done so previously. Daniel 6 verse 10. This week we continue the series titled Having a Heart for People, with speaking from Brother Minoru Chen on 12 practical points for developing a vital living that builds up the church. This meeting was held in June of 2016 in the San Francisco Bay Area, California. A link to the full audio can be found in the episode notes.
Okay, number 3, what? 3 times a day to pray to the Lord. Now, we should be calling on the Lord all the time, quietly at work or whatever, because that is prayer without ceasing. But I'm talking about 2 or 3 times when you have a little longer time, especially, how about brothers and sisters, in your commute? A brother who drove me down from Pleasanton, he has to drive to Milpitas to work every day, and typically at traffic time, it's an hour each way, just from Pleasanton to Milpitas. 1 hour. And now, just these few days, I really appreciate the bad traffic here. On 580, on 680, 880. You're sitting there. Muhammad Ali. Oh, Muhammad Ali is this, Muhammad Ali is that. What are you doing? I tell you, that is a perfect time to pray. Turn to the Lord and open to the Lord about your inner life, about your situation, about so many things you hear in messages, in fellowship, which you have not processed, which you have not dealt with. So it remains as water over the duck's back. They come, they go, and you didn't change one bit. It's time for those root hairs to go out in these times of personal prayer with the Lord. I do this. And so my dealings with the Lord is daily. It's not once a month or when crisis happens. It's daily. I need that dealing with the Lord about this, about that, about things I heard and how the Lord touched me. And it is those dealings that cause me to process these things so that these things, these words, become real to me. Or in certain matters I failed the Lord. Or in certain matters I offended some brothers. I don't know what. Those are the times when you go to the Lord will enlighten and examine you and expose you so you would have some dealing. I tell you, these kind of times of dealings with the Lord is vital to our Christian growth. Not only in eating, on the intake, but we need times of discharge. This is called increase. He must increase and I must decrease. There's a process. There's a price to be paid in terms of time to have these kind of dealings. And sometimes the Lord will actually lead you to pray for certain matters. Maybe your marriage, maybe your children, maybe a certain area of the church life, maybe gospel friends, all manners of things. Daniel 3 times a day. I like to tell you, brothers and sisters, I'm really like you, bringing you into a gym, 24-hour fitness, and I'm your, what do you call this? Trainer. I'm your trainer. And I'm making you to do certain things which you don't like to do. But I know it's good for you. So at first it's this or that, but gradually in so many weeks and months you begin to see the results. And eventually those results will drive you, will motivate you to even go further. That's what I'm doing here. I'm not the Lord. I'm not the Lord. But I want to help you in a very fundamental and basic way to acquire these very healthy practices. And I want you to see the results. And you will see it. Next. 2 or 3 what? 2 or 3 chapters of the Bible a day. Now, the 4.7 hours, if you just shave off 15 minutes, there's your 2 or 3 chapters. It's not a huge, big investment. You don't need to cut out this part of your life to read the Bible. You already have the time in terms of time being wasted. That's why the Bible says, redeem the time. That's why the word is redeem. That means to buy it back. It's lost already. It's gone. Now you're trying to repurchase it. That's the meaning of redeem. Redeem the time. The days are evil. Now, there's no more pernicious days than what is symbolized by this. The days are evil because it wither away your time. Redeem it. 15 minutes at a time. 15 minutes at a time. You gradually, over a few months' time, you begin to redeem. Less and less of this, more and more of God. You see, you will grow. You see things happen in your life, in your marriage. You'll be a much more healthier Christian. Dare I say, a much more healthier human being. What next? By the way, reading the Bible, you say, where do I start? It doesn't matter where you start. Just start somewhere. But try to read, not jumping around. Read through a book. Read consecutively. This reading may be just pure reading of the text, or this reading for some of you, you want to include the footnotes. I don't care. But 2 or 3 chapters a week. Just do it. You say, oh, I haven't done it, Well, it does not matter. Just start. It doesn't matter. Just forget the past. Just where you are, just start. Don't be condemned. Just start right away. Okay. Do it before you put your head to the pillow. Do it at some lunchtime. Just do it, rain or shine. Those words that you ate that you soon forgot will work. Will have an effect of sanctifying you and cleansing you. Okay, the next thing is 2 or 3 life study messages. Now, I'm a life studies man, okay, so everywhere I go, life studies. But if you said, well, I read through all the life studies, how about the books? You know, today we have these witnessly collected works, and a good percentage of which have never seen daylight. They have never been published ever. So it's really new. I don't believe you have read it because it's never been published. I don't care what you read. Please read something. 2 or 3 chapters a week. And that also can be done if we redeem our time. My, I tell you, cumulatively, you'll be a different person. 500 life studies, Brother Lee say, will make you a good Christian. That cannot be truer. Okay, what else? Is that 5? So this 5 has to do with our personal, life and growth. Now we go to the next 5 that has to do with our service. are dispensing, are working for the Lord. Number one is find one or two companions to be in twos or threes. Now you say, can it be four? Please don't be so rigid, all right? Of course it can be, but it shouldn't be 20. That's not 2 or 3, all right? The principle is a small number. And I told you already, some brothers already, this wonderful testimony from these two couples in Lubbock, Texas. They're all working saints, they're couples, they have kids, like this. But they're busy, everybody's busy. The only time they can meet is Monday night, 10:30 p.m. And they come together in the house and they pray. And this 2 or 3 is for the purpose of seeking increase. So they come together to pray for the students. Texas Tech in Lubbock, and they have just kids galore in Texas. But it's one thing to have kids galore. Who is taking care of these college kids? They are. And so they meet from 10:30 to 11:30, sometimes to 12. That's the only time that fits everybody. And they do it. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be this time or that time. Whatever time works for you, but you mean business. For the increase, to care for people. It's hard to sustain it by yourself. We need to be together to do it together with some like-minded and like-burdened saints. All right. And you can have 2 sets of 2 or 3. You're not limited to one. Like I say, one can be your wife or your husband. One can be even a younger one. You can have a younger one as a sister, older sister may have a college sister as a vital companion, and together they take care of a brand new one. That is a 2 or 3. The next point is what? Oh, that actually should be number 6. 2 or 3 meetings a week. And obviously, brothers and sisters, don't miss the church meetings. Don't let that become a habit. Going to meetings can be habitual. Not going to meetings can also be habitual. Depends how you build up your habits. Just go to the meeting of the church. The Lord's Day, the prayer, the current group meetings, whatever. Go to the meetings. Okay, and then don't just go there, function there, right? Don't just go and sit there, function there. Okay, then the next one is what I said, to find 2 or 3 companions. And then the next one, which is number 8, yeah? It is to what? It is to fellowship with your companions 2 or 3 times a week. In Lubbock, it's once a week, but it's very intense and quality time. So sisters by phone, brothers on FaceTime. So this is useful, right? Actually, I like this. Mine is an iPhone, so FaceTime is free. And mine has very good camera now, so it's very clear. Use the technology for a higher purpose. Okay. If you have companions and you don't spend time, that companionship is sort of non-functional. So you got to really, weekly basis, have time, touch times to what? To talk about people, to fellowship concerning these new ones, to pray together. It's mainly to pray together for the Lord's increase. So brothers, let's say 2 brothers at Google, or 3 brothers at Google. Oh, Google, this huge, big monster, Google. And we want to break into Google with the gospel. Where do we start? I don't know. Jacob cannot tell you. You know what? The three of you start to pray. You just pray and see what happens. Lord, we give you Google, our departments. What do you want us to do? Who should we start with? You pray. I tell you, soon the Lord will give you the feeling, give you the burden. And out of much fellowship, you would take some steps. That's how a work starts. Not by some huge big bang, you know? Don't trust that. Trust this. Trust this. Some sisters, you just come together, some mothers, 2 or 3, you just have a burden for what? For the neighborhood, some neighborhood children's thing. So you can, through the children, reach the parents. And it is slowly happening. I'm hearing reports, not just Sacramento, but various places, that this thing actually works. And particularly, this is a way to reach the typical Americans. So you 3 just have that burden. I think in Berkeley, some sisters are doing that now. Some young mothers, not by elders' arrangement, but they just become companionized, and that's their sphere. That's their field of labor. That's their fishing pond. Okay. You know, Jacob, you know, we talk much about Google and Apple and LinkedIn and, you know, whatever, all this. How do we break into that? The more I think about it, the more I don't know. Some program, some strategy, you know. I think this is the way. Start with a nucleus of saints who are employees there, who are so burdened, and they pray. Let's try this way, this organic way. See whether the Lord will honor that. And don't think your place is impossible. Every place is possible. Okay, where are we? Oh, number 9. Number 9 is what? Spend 2 or 3 hours with or without your companions as a result of your prayer to engage in some kind of people-caring activities. It could be door knocking, it could be just writing emails, it could be passing out tracts, it could be having a little Bible study at Google, you know what I mean? It can take a variety of formats, and don't lock yourself into must be this way. The saints in Burlingame, they're doing BFA using their own Facebook. That takes time, more than 2 or 3 hours a week. Then they get responses. Now it takes more time to visit them, and that's what they're doing. And they gain people already. I think at least they have gained a black sister, an African-American sister through that. You say, oh, this is so slow, I tell you, trust the slow way. Don't trust the flash in the pan. I don't trust that. So 2 or 3 hours, give it to the Lord. Budget it, and don't owe the Lord anything in this matter. Okay, last thing is, ask the Lord for a remaining fruit. Oh, no, that's not right. Always have 2 or 3 under your care. Now, some would be front burner, some would be back burner, but 2 or 3 under your care. I don't think any of us, you, can have more than 2 or 3. It's, if you want to do quality shepherding, 2 or 3 will suck all the things out, you know, the life out of you, in a good sense. You know, think about this. If you have a child, a baby, just one, thank God, the law of the universe is 1 at a time, you know, not 8 at a time. You know, these quadruplets and, I don't know, whatever they call them, those are highly unusual. Highly unusual. So 1 at a time, because that's all you can do. To do quality fostering and raising up of a child. So 2 or 3 is quite a lot. One may be a high schooler in the church. One may be, I don't know, you know what I mean? Someone as your colleague. One may be one of your relatives. One may be a dormant saint here. I don't know what, but there's so many people that you can put into your heart. But start with 2 or 3. Don't be ambitious and don't be too greedy, because that would be unsustainable and you'll be discouraged. Too many. Just pick up 1, 2, 3 and start there. And then, that's number 10, right? Oh, there should be 12. Oh yeah, so ask the Lord for a remaining fruit every 2 or 3 years. Now that's very reasonable. 2 or 3 years, one remaining fruit. If 1/3 of the recovery, of membership in the recovery, each one will do this, only 1/3, 1 out of 3. In 10 years, we will double. Very, very reasonably, with no big campaigns and all that stuff, in a very organic, daily way. Ask the Lord for that. Don't forget, last time I told you in John 15 on fruit bearing, that book, we put much attention to the word abide. But don't forget, there's another word there that appeared more than once. It's the word ask. Ask. Ask for what? Ask for a Maserati? Ask for what? In the context of that book, ask for fruit. So ask the Lord for remaining fruit. It pleases the Father. As long as we abide in the Lord, the Father will answer that kind of prayer. All right, now, brothers, I have covered that. 11, I missed something. There's a 12 point. I know that. It's somewhere. We were in Pleasanton. I mentioned another 2 or 3.
Well, there's another one of prophesying, but I don't want.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Every week, try your best to prophesy 2 or 3 minutes in the prophesying meeting. If 200 of the working saints will do this, that will greatly, greatly lift up the level of content in our prophesying meeting. Just force yourself, prepare yourself, 2 or 3 minutes every week at the prophesying meeting. Okay.
Thank you for joining us today. To hear the complete recording and other messages, please visit livingtohim.com. If you would like to receive regular updates from us, please subscribe to this podcast and join our mailing list on our website. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, where our handle is @livingtohim.